to Wrestling. Yeah, that's Lita. I'm Travis. It is Friday. And that means it is time for Solo Sequoia is going one-on-one with Sheamus. Should be a pretty good one. We also got John Cena coming back.
We didn't wear Happy New Year stuff.
I was going to ask if you wanted to, but you're busy. Then we also have, I think, some dames. Oh, we do. We have Rack Rod going up against Ronda Rousey, the baddest woman on the planet.
She ain't gonna do anything. Her arm's broken.
The gimp. This is not an ordinary episode. This is a New Year's Eve episode. Or New
Lies.
Year's Eve of Eve.
They probably recorded it 5 years ago.
Shit's live. 5 years ago. Welcome to the Matrix. The same Matrix that took... What's his name? That Tate? Was his name Tate? Andrew Tate. Did you see that?
No, what happened to him?
He got arrested.
For what?
Being himself.
Oh, no.
They arrested him in that country, and his words were, "The Matrix got me." But he said, basically, if I get, well, that's his big thing, is if you piss them off, they're coming for you. So he has a bunch of security and stuff, but the problem is that it was their government that came after him.
Oh.
Anyways, so...
Wow.
If you piss off the elite, they will get you.
The elite people or the elite from AEW?
The elite people.
Oh. Who are they?
I don't know. The ones protecting Epstein's client list.
Anyways,
it looks like they're starting it out with a little bit of Bray Wyatt on this Friday night.
Walter's in the chat tonight.
Hey,
Walter says, hey, Travis, hey, Daphne, Smackdown tonight. Walter also says John Cena and Kevin Owens for the win. Sophie is also in the chat, says, hi, people. Hey, Sophie. Luke is in the chat as well. Luke says, hi, Trav and Dalitha from Jade and I. Hello, Jade.
Hello.
And Luke says, just here for a bit to check in and wish you two a Happy New Year's. Well, Happy New Year
to you. Yeah, we have
to
stuff.
both of you and
don't know
your
where that
additions
stuff
of however many babies you're having.
bought,
Twins, triplets. Triplets? Is it
Babies.
triples?
So Bray did wrestle on a house show this last week. So
Oh, did he?
He has got a little bit of
no,
action.
he wrestled on house
A little
shows.
less talk and a lot more action's what we all need.
Yeah, well, I'll stop talking then.
You gonna act?
I cannot give you guys your chat messages
Because
now.
you have to not act.
Luke says he was arrested for suspicion of human trafficking. He was arrested in Romania.
I know what the charges
I
sent
didn't
it
know.
to Danny, I read it too. But that's not what's happening.
What's really happening in the conspiracy theory of
It's
the
not a
world,
conspiracy
Travis?
theorist. He's been talking about it for like 2 years. If you go back through his old stuff, he's pissing people off.
Oh, like before times?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just pissed off a lot of people. And then they...
Who is Andrew Tate?
From what I understand... Okay, so he's a former kickboxer. That's...
Okay.
Then he started, like, porn. Not as him as an actor, but he would get young women and put them on webcams, and then he would set it up, and then they would strip.
The suspicion of human trafficking, that...
Right. This is like 15 years ago. But yeah.
Okay.
Then he went into... he started his own university. It's literally called... what's that called? It's funny shit.
Started a
like
university.
Hustler University. It's called
okay, kind of.
Anyways, so after he got into Hustlers University, so people pay him $50 a month, and he...
Charlie, we will not show SmackDown. This is just a live reaction. We watch it. Bray's coming down right now. We will not show it due to copyright issues. So, sorry. We're just reacting. Sorry, we were talking about something else. Sorry about that.
Yeah, well,
it
takes him 15 minutes to get to the ring.
They
are exciting, but that's just not what's happening. But
yes.
anyways, that's who he is. And so he got online, and he got canceled by everybody.
Oh.
And which made him famous. Like, if they wouldn't have canceled him, but they canceled him, like, everybody.
Oh.
And then, because he just says things that people don't like to hear.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Like like an example, like a feminist would say, I don't need men. We do not need men on the planet. And he goes, well, who made the roads? Who made the building that you're sitting in? Who built your house? So he argues with them on like that type of logic, and they get furious.
Of course they do.
Anyway, so they canceled him.
It's truth.
And then Elon Musk uncanceled him when he bought Twitter, and then he got arrested, basically.
Yeah, that's
so what he did is he figured out a way to get back on the internet as a bigger person than he was when he left, when he got kicked out. And so in that Hustlers University, he sends them clips, and then they have to repost them, and then they blow up, like they go viral, and so all of these clips just are viral everywhere, and they're usually like, "What color is? What is it?" McKenna showed it to me. I can't remember what it's called. What color is your Bugatti?
Oh, okay.
Like, and that basically means like he has 33 cars that he brags about all the time, and he says, "What color is your Bugatti?" So people say, well, he's not doing it right. He's not teaching you how to do it right. What color is your Bugatti? Because I got one in every color.
Right.
Is kind of his thing.
Sophie was talking about her games earlier, but Bray is talking now, guys.
Bray is in the ring.
He was talking about his last week thing.
Yeah. LA Knight's coming out.
Yeah. Sophie says, here are the games I got for Christmas. Sonic Frontiers, The Avengers, Marvel, Guardian of the Galaxy 3D, Mini Golf, and MLB The Show.
Hell yeah.
Fantastico.
So I've got 2 of those.
Yes.
The show
MLB, The Show, and Sonic Frontiers.
And the Sonic one.
Sophie says there are reports that we are getting Ronda versus Rhea for Mania and John Cena versus Logan Paul. Pickles in the chat. Hey, Piccolo says,
yeah.
Wabadoo dun 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 da. It's the night when a Cena casts his shadow or something like that. Ooh, creepy. As Luke's letting me remember, it's twins. Don't wish more tiny ladies on me. All right, I'll try not to. Sophie says it's funny the Best of Raw rating beat AEW Dynamite rating this week, which is surprising because Dynamite only got 800K people.
Yeah, and it was a better show this week than it's been in a while.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it this week.
Luke says
I didn't like some of the results. But.
Right. Luke says this is the second time he's been arrested for suspicion of trafficking. Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi says, oh, yeah, wrestling time. Pico says, Charlie and Mother Russia Smackdown shows you. Ooh. Ravi says D records the wrestling, and Luke says it's called Hustler University. As you were saying, you pay $50 a month for access to a Discord channel. Sophie says, did you see the deep fake of Cena attacking a Waffle House?
Oh my God, I posted on my Twitter.
That he attacked?
You know that, the uppercuts and all that? I showed you, I sent you those videos. You know the first one when the girl threw the chair?
Uh-huh.
Somebody did it with John Cena throwing the chair.
But he wasn't there?
Of course he wasn't there. You watched the videos. I sent you the originals.
Oh.
Somebody redid it, and it's John Cena grabs the chair and hucks it at the girl. It's pretty funny.
That's funny.
Those deep fakes are getting really good. I don't know how that AI is doing it, but soon it's going to be crazy. Like, you're not going to be able to know what's real.
What's real and what's not, yeah. Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris. Says, hey, Travis.
Naxos, get down. I can see
Naxos,
you.
get down.
He's eating that butter. It's probably gone now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Probably the package, too.
Yeah, he'll eat the paper.
Yeah, because who didn't put it away?
Because poo?
Said who didn't put it away?
You.
You.
I think you were the last one in the kitchen.
You're the one that didn't put your stuff away. Harley is in the chat. Hey, Harley says, hi, how's everyone doing? Fantastic.
Woo!
Justin Martinez is also in the chat. Hey, Justin says, I have heard rumors that Riddle and Liv Morgan are dating. Is that true? Ew. Chris says Andrew Tateism. Ravi says Andrew Tate video keep popping up on YouTube. Don't really care to watch. Sophie says rip to Don West, the former voice of Impact.
Oh, okay. I have no idea who that is.
Luke says he also has made posts saying women are second-rate humans and women should only be kept around for sex and baby making. He also loves to just post anti-authority stuff also. Luke, I'm pretty sure that I feel the same way that women should only be kept around for sex and baby making.
Yeah, you can't introduce her to Tate because she will love him.
I'm pretty sure that's what's supposed to happen and make fucking sandwiches. Chris says, Justin, I thought Liv went out with Bo. And Luke says, it was never confirmed Liv and Bo were dating, only they lived on the same farm and were in business together. Luke is very adamant about this, guys. He knows everything there is to know about Liv and her life and personal issues.
He was just her booty call.
Piccolo says, this is so interesting. They both threw down their mics. They were like, I'm done. Throwing down my mic.
Yeah.
Now Uncle whatever weirdo guy is up there, Howdy or whatever they call him.
It looks like he's coming out this time, too.
Red rum. Yeah, embrace the darkness. Or the dark god or whatever it is. Walter says, LA Knight, boo, Bray Wyatt in the ring. Robbie says, that's what happens when you don't recycle pizza boxes, Tate a bozo. Luke says, I had to do a lot of research on Andrew Tate because he appeared on a stream I mod for a few months ago for a debate. Oh, Lord. So
yeah,
it was
I
like
don't know anything
about twins, like one boy and one girl. Nope, twin girls.
I would say it was about a month ago when McKenna kept talking to me about him. And I'm like, who is this guy? Because all the kids like him.
Oh,
and I'm
funny.
like, what is this?
It's Uncle Howdy. Everybody likes him, it seems like.
Yeah,
like,
he looks...
Who's going to be Uncle Howdy?
Uncle Howdy.
Who's it going to be? Are we going to know? Everybody pretend you know who it is. It's The Undertaker.
I don't know, but he walks very feminine. It almost looks like a woman.
It has a weird shuffle to its walk.
Yeah, but a little bit overweight, maybe.
Walter says, rip to Don West Impact commentary. I don't know who Don West is, Walter, but I'm sorry he died.
Is he related to Adam West? I know who that is.
Did he always feel left out of the spotlight because Adam West was so popular and like a legend when it came to being fat? Sorry. Luke says that Waffle House woman is my hero. The worker? Like, she fucking went to town on that lady.
Dude, that uppercut she threw where she, like, just went up and then around and then dot. I was like...
I sent you that whole video of somebody that took the whole video. Did you watch that?
When did you send it?
I sent it to you on TikTok.
Oh,
like, I sent you the whole, like, the whole actual video. That's a lie. You sent me a video today.
Well, I get on there to do stuff with the account, but I don't go through stuff.
Oh, like you should look at that. It's the whole actual video, the whole thing. Not like here's a cut of her doing this or a cut of that. It's the whole video. Like from start to like almost, not where the cops come, but start to like finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still in there.
I can't see how tall the guy
Uncle
is.
Howdy is not taller than Bray. He's shorter than Bray, maybe about the same size.
That's what I was wondering, if it was Bo.
He's like, the only way I'm coming back is if you let my brother come back. Oh! He gave him the Sister Abigail. Oh, no.
Well, that's just interesting.
LA Knight's like, I better go. So, is this how they're doing it? They're like, we're going to bring Bray back to make somebody else popular?
As in wrestling, every week, wait and see. I say it all the time. I can't say it anymore. What the fuck? And wait and see.
And I'm done with this garbage. I am not a fan anymore.
I think people just got sick of waiting for something to happen, and then they do this, which is just going to make... I truly believe they have nothing planned for Bray, and so they're like, shit, nothing's happening.
Well, what the fuck is that person that's supposedly writing it? He's so great. Is this what he writes?
Well, I think he was doing it, and then they didn't have anything, and it wasn't moving fast enough, so they're changing things. And then hopefully this will lead somewhere. But to me, it looks like they have nothing for him.
Weird. Sami Zayn. Sophie says, I don't know how they did the deep fake of Cena attacking Waffle House with Michael Cole doing commentary. Walter says, looking forward
I did listen to the audio.
Looking forward to John Cena wrestling again. Walter says, Piccolo says, yeah, that Waffle House worker is like Storm and Wolverine and the Batman all in one. Sophie says, I went to a store to get a new battery for my phone because my wireless charger wouldn't charge it.
Dang.
Did it work for you? Walter's like, Uncle Howdy. Luke says, all I know is when I was researching, I found so many red flags about him. Sophie says, will he be revealed tonight? Harley says there was also rumors that Liv Morgan was dating Ruby Riott at the time, now known as Ruby Soho. That's cool, Harley. Pickle's like, top hat's so much spooky. Walter's like, it's Bo Dallas' evil side. Robbie says WWE always better on mute. Noah Owens is in the chat saying Roman Reigns. Thanks for joining us tonight, Noah. Justin says, I feel like Liv Morgan has been growing more ass. Don't you think?
Yeah, she's getting a little softer.
Sophie says, I heard of Andrew Tate before. And Pico says, Rob Zombie. Chris is like, it's Bo. And
it does look like Bo. He's shorter and a little bit smaller.
Sophie says, I'm going to Busch Gardens on Tuesday for the first time. Cool.
I don't know what that is.
I think it's like a roller coasters and stuff. What are those called?
Theme park.
Yeah, those theme parks. Oh, the tribal chief is standing in the middle of the ring. Luke says Tate has a habit of saying some actually intelligent things, but then immediately turns around and spouts this ridiculous stuff which contradicts his intelligent sayings. People do it all the time, Luke. You have to look between the lines.
Right. So what he does it on purpose. It's called a mind fuck. Instead of saying that you can't do what I can do, and you can do different things than I can do better, right? Like that's what normal thing. He will say something like, "Women can't build roads," or whatever. But he'll say it like,
"They can't. They might break a nail.
Bitches are dumb."
They kind of are.
And that's how he argues it. So instead of being rational, they can't. Because they get instantly angry. Right. And then they fuck up their whole argument against him. And then he's just like, I won that one. And then, but he does it on popular YouTuber pages. And streamer pages and stuff. And so he makes them look dumb because they can't argue back because they're so angry.
Right.
And he's already got it won. And he's been on big shows. Like on Fox. He's been on MSNBC. He's been on British ones.
No idea who this guy is. That's funny. Sophie's like, attacking Bray. Luke says the Waffle House lady, when she caught and redirected the chair thrown at her, with one hand even. Justin says, I feel like Liv has been growing more ass, don't you think? I want to clap it. Nice. And Chris says, Sister Abigail. Noah says, I hope Roman Reigns and Sami beat John Cena and Kevin Owens' butt. Nice. Beat his butt. Sophie says that is Bo Dallas. And Pico says
looks like
that's got to be on her resume. Scrapped on drunkards and got TikTok famous. Also can cook eggs over easy. I can take your order right, bitches, and bring it to your shit. But I ain't going to get your to-go order right. Walter says Bray got attacked by Howdy. Yeah, looks like Justin, if you watch Sheamus workout YouTube channel, he did Liv's ass workout with her.
My question is, do you get fired for fighting a customer?
No.
Are you sure?
Not at Waffle House, you don't. Stop that.
They can't find employees right now anyways. There's like 7 million men between the ages of like 18 and 50 that are actively not looking for jobs.
Nice.
That's pretty funny. You're like, oh, you're fine. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Here's a raise.
No, the people who attacked him got arrested. And I highly doubt she got fired from her job.
Yeah, you can't throw a chair at people, no matter what.
Well, the thing of it was, so what started it was these people came in because they were getting a to-go order, and they were like, my to-go order's wrong. And so the manager came over to fix it and say, well, we'll just give you your money back. Well, the people who ordered freaked the fuck out and started fucking attacking and verbally abusing, the manager and stuff. I have no idea.
I would like to know what they ordered.
I don't know. It's a Waffle House. So waffles and chicken.
But it looked like it was nighttime.
Waffle House is open 24/7 in most places, I'm pretty sure. They're only basically in the South. You won't see them around here. They're from Texas to Georgia area and so on and so forth. Right. Anyways. So then they wouldn't so they said they would give them their money back, right? They would refund them their money because their order was wrong and stuff like that. And so the Waffle House people were trying to be nice about it, you could say. Well, they didn't like that. And so
they threw a chair.
So they attacked, what happened is they attacked the manager first. And so then then a couple, and it wasn't just her, there were other Waffle House workers that got involved, by the way. So all the Waffle House workers kind of got involved, you can't do this, kind of stuff, trying to get him out of there. And other bystanders are just I'm just here to eat my food. The guy that's taking the things, he's like, all I wanted was some damn waffles. That's taking the recording. because he was in a booth eating.
Viral bitches.
And he's like, all I wanted to do was eat my food.
All right, we got Sheamus versus Solo Sikoa next.
Oh, I'm wrong. Luke says they go all the way into Minnesota, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Colorado, but never in Texas or Georgia. God damn. Well, how fucking wrong was I, even though the lady came from Georgia? It was a Georgia Waffle House, by the way.
So, I don't give a shit where it's at.
Shamey! It's old Shamey! Chris says, yeah, this Uncle Howdy costume looks okay except the hat and mask. Sophie said, I wonder when Uncle Howdy will be finally revealed. Vindicator says, hello, Mr. Travis. How's it going, Miss Dalitha? You enjoying the mind games of Uncle Captain Shorty Howdy Doody?
Yeah.
Sure, I don't know what the fuck's happening. Pickle is like, oosey juicy. And Vindicator says, how long before Howdy comes to the ring with his own Lily doll? He is his own Lily doll. Right. Walter's like, boo, Paul Heyman and Sammy. Sophie says it can't drag the reveal of Uncle Howdy too long. Walter says, okay, at 9:15, I'm going. But I'll be here Monday for Raw. 8 p.m. still in chat. All right,
Paul
Walter.
in the back just said, here, hold my beer. You're not going to find out till Mania.
Robbie says, if they like to taste a bit of both, who am I to stop them? Soho and live. Fee's Tree says, anyone have a website you can watch it on? There might be some out there, but we're not one
TikTok.
of them.
I guarantee you'll be able to find it on TikTok. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Why not? They probably
Chinese
do.
owned.
Noah says, we are one. Sophie says, it feels like something big is going to happen with Sammy and Roman with that Paul Heyman Zayn segment. Yeah, he was like being all weird with him and stuff. Yeah, it was a little bit different.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I mean, obviously, he's leaving the group.
Rose says, D, what would you have done in their shoes at the Waffle House? I probably wouldn't be at a Waffle House. I've heard that their food's really bad. Looks like the worker was not fired. In fact, she was given paid time off and a raise along with another worker involved. The attackers have been arrested. And Picola says, to get a full Waffle House experience, you got to play some of their OG songs in their jukebox, and the staff will love you for it.
Oh, dang, I didn't know
Picola,
they had
I feel like
music.
that's a lie. And you're being extremely sarcastic in your statement. Noah says, Roman Reigns said, acknowledge me.
They just acknowledged that West.
Oh, Don West from the Impact. Well, there you go, guys. Even they're like, oh, man. Hey, you know what you forgot to remind me to do during lunch? Go to a place. Buy something. Food-wise.
Oh, beef?
Yeah. Ayla's in here saying, I have your jerky. Are you holding it hostage? Do you have a gun to its head?
Just choking it out. I forgot about that. I forgot about that because Dalitha told me to do something else, and so I just forgot about all of it. I didn't tell her. I didn't tell you. I'm just like,
I
my brain's
didn't tell you to do anything.
Yeah, you told me to remind you at lunch. You just said it before I started talking.
Yeah, you were going to. Pico says, I played like Never Gonna Give You Up like 1:30 in the morning on repeat for about 25 minutes. Of course, it was my sense of humor. Oh, man. You're never going to give up Waffle House. Looks like, actually, Waffle House are part of the FEMA Emergency Disaster Network. When FEMA is called, they use Waffle Houses as bases. Waffle Houses are even equipped with emergency reaction equipment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have any here, so I don't really care, Luke. Waffle House, stupid. And sucks butthole.
Yeah, and they have government ties. Ugh.
Exactly.
Ugh.
That's why their workers get paid shit and have to work 24/7. Well, that explains a fucking lot. I'm just kidding. Sophie's like, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Sophie. As Ayla says, she has our jerky. She's holding it hostage.
You know the first two churches that show up at every single disaster?
The LDS.
The Mormon church and the LDS church.
They're the same thing.
They sure are. But it's so funny to hear the press talk about it. It's the first church show
They don't care what religion you are. They just want to help people. Most of the time.
It's the LDS and the Mormons.
They both do.
I remember watching that on the news. I was like,
what?
What?
Harley says, hopefully I will have a better 2023 and not hurt myself. I had to this year fall off a 10-foot porch.
Holy shit.
Well, don't fall off porches.
Well, you doing wrestling moves?
Did you forget that you didn't have
Did you
ring
do a
ropes?
swanton? Dude, you know,
you cannot be Jeff Hardy in real life,
it
people.
It blows my mind, the shit that these wrestlers do, because I climb up on ladders, you know, quite a bit.
Right.
And I'm like, would I jump off the top of this and just land on my back right in the middle of the yard? No. But they do it. They just fucking miss and land right on those boards and shit.
Right?
Sometimes on the hard floor or through another ladder. Here, let me set a ladder up this way. I'm going to climb up on a 10-footer and then just swanton off the top, land on my back, and break the other ladder. No. I'm not doing it.
You don't want to, like, have a backyard one where your knee, like, totally bends the wrong way.
You know, sometimes those guys are just, like, moving. Like, I think their bodies are just bad. You know what I mean? Like, some of those guys are like, well, like Sid Vicious, like when he jumped off the top rope and broke his leg, he just jumped off the top rope and landed. Some people jump over the top rope and land on their feet all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I think his body was just bad.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Bone density.
Bone density.
Which reminds me of those soda commercials with the little kid, and he's like, Grandma, will you get me a soda? And he's like, calls her or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, he calls her on the phone from his, like, cell phone.
It's a grape soda or something.
Can you give me a grape soda?
So McKenna was doing that with me, you know, like, will you get me a pop? And I'm like, we're the same distance from the fridge. Bone density, Kenna. Bone density. So that's what I started calling it, was bone density. Bone density means get it yourself. Bone density. Going to get a soda out of the fridge. Bone density.
So it says, if you are a person who believes in this, what is everyone's New Year's resolution? People sometimes don't like to say their New Year's resolutions out loud, Sophie.
What is January 20th, I think, or 21st, 25th, 22nd? What is that one? That's when you break your resolution.
I have no idea. I don't make any, so I don't ever break any.
It's the International Break Your Resolution Day. I think it's like the 22nd or something.
Piccola. Also, who me? Sarcastic? Never. Yeah, never.
I don't know.
Like, ever.
What I'm going to do this year. Last year I gave up all sugar, I guess you could say.
Travis gave up on life. It's fine.
Fruits and vegetables. Or not
this year he's going to give up on life itself. Piccola says, Ayla, hey, how are ya? Sophie says, for most of my life, I always thought that IHOP and the Waffle House are the same thing. Yeah, no.
They both serve waffles.
Vindicator says, pancakes are still more fun to eat than waffles. Ugh, pancakes are gross.
Pancakes are thicker and they're more filling, but they're not as crunchy.
Yeah.
So it just depends, but they're the same batter.
Yeah, kind of. Sophie says, French toast is much better than both pancakes and waffles. Ayla says, hey, Fat Lisa. And Piccolo says, hard disagree, Vindicator. Ravi says, D loves a bit of Waffle House. I've never been to one, Ravi, ever. So you can't even give that as a dig. Piccolo's like, waffles.
Next time she goes, though, she's throwing a chair.
Yeah, totally.
Dun, 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 dun.
Throw a chair. Piccolo's like, waffles are famously syrup pockets and also can be cones. Try doing that with a flapjack.
Yeah. I liked them when I was a kid. I used to...
Piccola, they come in, like, really thin, and you can, like, roll things in them.
And they used to come just in
French
a box that was already...
crepes.
Crepes.
Those are thin pancakes. I love the thin little pancakes.
The little thin pancakes I had this
Little
morning.
thin pancakes. I love those things.
Okay, just say that you love little thin pancakes.
Say that you love crepes. Say you love crepes.
These colors don't run!
Sorry. Every time I think of crepes, I think that stupid part of that movie.
Talladega Nights.
Sophie says, do you think we will ever see that Madison Square Garden house show as a special event on the WWE Network at some point in the future? Well, since we don't have the WWE Network, no.
Well...
Just kidding. I have no idea.
Yes, I think they can do some house shows. They had talked about doing tiers anyways. And so if they went to that tier system, like if they decide to do their own network again, because they can always take it off of Peacock, you know, in 2 more years, I think? Or was it a 5-year deal? For some reason I thought it was a 3-year deal, but it could be a 5-year deal. Anyways, if they decide to take that back and not sell to NBC,
true,
then they could do tiers, and they could put it in an upper tier that you have to pay, but then you get to watch all house shows. That would be cool. It'd be weird, but.
The Vindicator says, elaborate, Pickle. Waffles are just crunchy and that's about it. They're airy and fluffy and crunchy. Ravi says, Ayla, how salty is your jerky? Ayla says, I don't know how salty, but it's good. Pickle says, I just did. Waffle cones, baby. Ravi says, oh, you not wrestling, Travis?
No.
Sophie says, you know, Wendy has French toast sticks for breakfast now.
Good stuff.
They show it. I've seen it advertised a couple times.
Oh, God. Sheamus is punching him in the face. I think he might have just got mad in real life. What? Sheamus punches him in the face.
Why would he get mad?
Because he gets punched in the face. Watch. As he starts to crumble, watch. This big one comes right down and hits him right square in the face. Right there. See?
Uh-oh. Harley says, was taking garbage out. We just had an ice storm and snowstorm of leaning over the rail on slippery ice rail and fell over the porch rail and went off the porch.
Dang.
Did you learn your lesson?
Like,
to not...
Do you have rails?
To not lean over the rail, yes. When you have slippery ice and snow on your porch.
Damn. That's some scary shit.
Pico says, yes, French toast can be sticks. Pancakes are lame. Walter's like, hey, Ayla. Robbie's like, Dee knows how to swanton of a 10-feet ladder. Robbie, we all know that you think you're swantoning off of a 10-foot ladder, but it's only a 3-foot one.
Irish curse backbreaker.
Ayla's like, hi, Walter. And Walter says, come on, Shamey, win this match. Noah's like, Roman Reigns, be my brother. Walter says Saturday Night Fireworks for 2023. Yes. Robbie says, my resolution is to be taller, but oh, wait, I can't.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl or something.
Collar?
With a collar.
I have no idea. Pico's like Filipinos. We just cook throughout the day and stay up and play cards and stuff. That's fucking awesome. Can I come over? I want to do that.
I just want somebody to play games with.
I would play games with you, but you refuse.
I thought about it.
You don't want to play rummy or anything like that. You're like a jerk.
I don't know what that is. But
Vindicator, cards, rummy.
Well, I get that it's a card game. I just don't know what.
We could play Racco. You don't want to play that.
Yeah.
There's only 2 of us. We can do that one. Vindicator's like, without syrup, neither waffles or pancakes actually taste that great. Actually, Vindicator, I disagree with you. Pancakes actually taste pretty good if you just put peanut butter on them. And waffles can taste fantastic with just fruit and whipped cream all over them. So, there's that. Carson's is in the chat. Hey, Carson's, I see you back. Says, hi, guys. Hello.
Woo!
Ayla says, I love waffles. Pancakes are just okay. Do we have a Waffle House? No. Robbie says, D, does bacon jam go with waffles? How the fuck would I know, dude? Why don't you look it up and eat it yourself? Well, I was like, waffles are good at Waffle House. Are they, Walter?
They just did Sheamus dirty.
Ew,
I don't like Sheamus losing clean.
Robbie says, people have told me American have a bad diet. Is that true? Robbie, I've seen the shit your people eat over there. What the fuck? Ayla's like, wait, is Waffle House the name of a restaurant? Yes.
It's a house with waffles from down the street.
Sophie says there are reports that the WWE is thinking about introducing a new world championship for Raw before Mania.
Well, let it happen. Let something happen.
Walter says, Daphne, did you get any new PS4 games? I did not.
PS4. Who's buying PS4 shit? Yeah,
we are not buying PS4 games.
By the way.
Oh, I did?
Before you go lying to people.
Oh, which one was it? Yeah, it was that Street Fighter one. I should. Yeah, I went out and found the Street Fighter 30th anniversary collection.
Because it's still in the wrapper.
I haven't opened it yet. I was going to open it one day, and he was like, no, wait. I said, okay.
Oh, Big Drew Mac. So they're going to do Drew Mac versus Solo Sikoa?
Let's see. Robbie says crepes. Ain't that French? Probably. Ayla says I want a waffle now. I know, right? I was going to make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before we got on, but...
Peanut butter and jelly waffle. That'd be pretty good.
It would be good. Put butter all over the waffle and then peanut butter and then jelly on top of it.
In the morning on Sunday.
That'd be yummy. Yeah, if you're doing that, I have to get waffle stuff to make it because I'm pretty sure everything in the cupboard is bad.
I'm pretty sure you'll have to get a bunch of groceries for this. Do you see Tom Brady at ringside? Right there in his number 12 jersey.
No. I didn't,
See?
but I saw Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Hogan's there, yeah. I did not see the Hulkamaniac. But see, there's Tom Brady. Right there.
He's let himself go, hasn't he?
He's going to play offensive line next year. He was like, you know, I played quarterback for 40 years or whatever. 48 years old, 45 years old.
I'm going to give up on eating well.
He's like, I'm going to join the offensive line to see, you know, what those boys did.
To see if I can make him do better because they were really bad
Right.
this year.
They can do the old tackle throw. He's going to play left tackle next year.
Pickle's like, Ayla, it's the restaurant for drunk Southern people since the 1950s. Yeah, Pickle, we don't get anything cool like that around here. We're stupid.
Yeah, we get things like, what's the root beer place? A&W and...
That's not the restaurant for drunk people to go to. We don't have any of those anymore.
Denny's.
That doesn't even exist anymore. It doesn't even stay open late enough for drunk people to go to it.
Really? You can't go to Denny's?
No, you can't. You can't go to Denny's anymore, Travis. It's broken and gone. I mean, it's still there, but it basically might be gone. It should be gone.
We used to get hammered. I'd be there at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, I wish I could see their old footage or something, because I would just be like passed out sitting there.
Right.
Like, they'd be like, what do you want? And I'm like, hash browns.
Hash browns?
A lot of them.
Can I just have a ginormous amount of hash browns?
They're bringing back the old recaps.
Whatever hash browns you have, no. I mean all your hash browns.
Like an order? No. Like, take all your bags of hash browns, put them on the thing.
And make me hash browns.
And then bring them out. Rack rod.
Rob says, Ayla, does your jerky go well with beer? Piccolo says, I'm assuming that time period. Have no clue how long Waffle House has been around. I don't know either, Piccolo. I don't know anything about Waffle Houses. Ayla says, never even seen one, Fat Lisa. I thought Waffle House meant a diner, mom-pop type restaurant. It is a mom-and-pop type of restaurant. It actually is a restaurant, though, called Waffle House. Sophie says, it is weird that there are many shows that don't go to Netflix after the series is done. No, it's not weird anymore, Sophie. All these people have their own streaming places, so there's no reason for them to put their shows on Netflix.
Yeah, basically, unless they're Sony or Netflix, they're not going to Netflix.
Ravi says, Dee, have you always been interested in cooking? Probably, I guess. I don't know, maybe. Walter says, no, Ayla, just a diner. Ayla says, Ravi, have you ever had jerky? Riley says, 3-foot ladder too tall for me, D. Yeah, not surprising. Picole's like, oh, snap, Googled it. Waffle House was established in Avondale Gardens, Georgia in 1955. Damn, since the 1950s, you're good, Picola.
It's 50 years old.
Oh, my God, it's 50 years old?
That's
Holy shit.
Years, Travis. What?
Robbie says, yeah, it's decent. Walter's like, fight outside the ring. And Harley said, Loss also said, when I did that, I was wearing only shorts and a t-shirt and a pair of shoes. Happened right after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view from this year.
Is this for their new game?
That sucks, man. I'm sorry.
Or is this for the 22?
I don't know what it is. Ayla says, I want to play games.
No, it's for the 22.
No, you don't, bitch. You don't want to play games.
Nobody wants to play games
God,
with me.
you're going to bring your kids. Blech. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to have a game night.
I want to have a game night, too.
So I thought about asking Homeboy over here.
Ew, God, not him.
We'll see. Every time, like, you got to find bodies to play games with.
I don't want to deal with him.
And then Tim or something. That's at least 3.
You're just inviting dudes? It's rude.
Yeah, because that would be 3 of us.
Okay, well, fine. Play your fucking board games.
Because you...
What are you guys going to do? D&D? You don't even know how to play that. Ravi's like, what board games? Ayla Walter's like, Solo 1, boo. And Noah says, help Roman Reigns' cousin beat Shamey. He did.
Like that game that we have that... I could invite Danny to their sport.
Danny won't come.
I thought about inviting him tomorrow. I've been talking to him about it lightly, loosely.
Okay, just invite him then. He'll come.
I had to talk to you first. And we're
Why?
On there, so
I was going to ask you to invite him. He probably won't come anyways. It was like, whatever kind of games, Pico says, you got a favorite board game, Ayla? Sophie says, wow, PS4 is this 2015. Oh my God, wow, Sophie, do you like not keep all of your like old games and stuff? Like,
I've got games from the 50s in here.
Jesus Christ. from the 50s. Robbie says, D, Street Fighter is a quality game. Loved it as a kid. Still do. That's why I got it, because this is the 30th anniversary one. It's like the original one. Sophie says, in a few years, there's going to be a PS6. Sophie says, did you hear some football player is retiring? Nobody cares about football players retiring. The nostalgia trivia game.
This is a nostalgia trivia game, if I can use words, that is old as fuck. So I can't even imagine what it's about. Like Abraham Lincoln and shit?
Yes, it's about Abraham Lincoln.
Like, I don't know shit about Abraham Lincoln.
No, Sophie, I didn't hear anything about a football player retiring. Robbie says, D, which characters in Street Fighter do you like? You know, Robbie, it's been so long since I played it. You know what? The last time I ever played it was probably 20-something years ago. And it was at a, arcade on, whatchamacallit, arcade game thingy.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Piccolo says, dang, Tom Brady gained a couple pounds.
Just a few.
Just a little bit.
He went off his TB12
no whatever diet.
His TB12 diet.
Yeah, this is not really fat, Lisa. When I was a kid, I loved Clue. I had a really cool Goosebumps game that I barely remember.
Clue. I should buy Clue.
No,
I don't have Clue.
You don't have
that's
Clue?
why I don't have good games.
Oh my God!
We
Seriously.
should get Monopoly. No, I don't like it. Okay.
You can have Monopoly all you want. Buy it yourself. But I won't play with you. I hate that fucking game. I will never fucking play that game. I won't play it with you, and I won't play it with anybody else. The game is the fucking devil. No, they're not cool. Not one of them Monopoly games is cool. They're all fucking horrible. Never playing that game.
Called an opinion.
That is my opinion. You know what's funny about it? There are a lot of people that have that opinion about Monopoly.
But there's other games. There's Chutes and Ladders. You can play that. There's Life. That's a good one. Sorry. There's a Simpsons that says Loser Takes All. Never played that one.
Never. Noah says, well, I hope Roman Reigns' cousin to be shamed. He did. Sophie says, board games aren't my thing. Walter says, Ronda Rousey for the win. Robbie says, Hulk Hogan is one that, what you gonna do, brother, from having a heart attack.
I know, it's sad.
Ayla says, goosebumps in a graveyard and your character piece would fall through like a hole in the board or something. See, I don't remember that well, but it was really cool. Vindicator says, I bet Cody and Drew will be the last two remaining in the Rumble, and Cody will get a fluky win with like Ronda did last year, but Cody deserves it. He's a fresh challenger.
Yeah, I just want to play dominoes. It's my favorite.
Sophie says, Cracker Barrel is a good breakfast spot. Robbie's message retracted, and Harley says, agree that peanut butter is delicious on pancakes.
My family all used to get together and we played, like especially around the holidays and stuff. Mm-hmm. But we did it in the summers and everything else, and so you'd have 15 people sometimes playing.
Right. Piccolo says,
I have nobody to play with.
Piccolo says, for years I had gone to a coworker's for weekly board gaming.
Rack Rod.
Robbie says, hash browns go well in an egg and bacon bap. 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 Why don't you just tell us what it is? Because I ain't Googling that shit. Walter's like, Robbie, what? Hulk Hogan, he's cool. Ayla's like, bacon bap. And Sophie says, at this point, I wouldn't be shocked if Netflix loses a lot of subscribers. Robbie says, bap, Ayla, Google it. Nope. And Ayla says, I had a board game that you played along with a VHS. It was called Nightmares or something. I don't remember, but it was fun.
Hey, that sounds fun. We have some stuff like that. It's a trivia game, though.
Walter says, next year, AEW video game and WWE 2K23. Robbie says, BAPS is what we call other things in the UK, if you know what I mean. No, I don't know what you mean because I don't speak British. Sophie says, you should have a game night on YouTube. That will be funny to watch Ayla and Dee mess up video games. Ayla says, two girls, one up Robbie. Oh, God, no.
Oh, God.
Sophie's like, there is this thing called Jackbox. It is online.
What
People
the fuck is Ronda wearing? Is she in a gi?
Robbie says, D, down with kids playing computer games. Sophie says that game probably wouldn't cost much if you sell it.
She looks like, what's his name? Typo or whatever from Kickboxer.
Oh, God. No.
Look at her. Kickboxer. You know, when he's kicking the pillar.
Right.
And the whole building's, well, not the building, but the pillar's starting to crumble.
They're so dumb looking.
If they want to do this right, Ronda beats her in like 2 minutes.
Without breaking her arm.
Of
just beats
dominance. Her. No, she breaks her arm.
Oh, she breaks it again.
But you do it fast to build up Ronda's character.
Pico says, I was all about Ryu and Chun-Li. Oh, yeah, in Street Fighter. Yeah. Robbie says, I have the classic versions on my retro Pi. Nice.
Oh, you have a Pi?
He's said that before, and yes, he still has
That's
it.
way cool.
Sophie says, Busch Gardens is like a mini Disney World. Yeah, let's not compare it to something like that, Sophie, because we know that's not true.
But we know what you're talking about.
Walter says, I like Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. Those are pretty fun too, Walter. Ayla says, how to have a heart attack, play Monopoly, right? So he's like, all the games you describe are games that ruin families and friendships. Piccolo says, there's plenty of other alternative games. I'll have
Domino.
to smarten y'all up, ha ha. It was like Candyland, Travis. Do you have Candyland?
I don't. What's that guy's name? Dickie Roberts?
Yes. I'm pretty sure your weird show
that
that you
shit's
like.
funny.
Harley says, are you two married?
No.
Ew, God, no. That's disgusting. Nobody wants that. Pico says, mostly I'm into social deduction games. Social deduction.
I want to play...
So you like Clue, basically. Games of deduction.
Oh, what's that game called? That Games Against Humanity? That would be a fun one to play. What was the one they were playing on a show the other day? And I said, we don't have that. That would be a fun one, too.
They were playing it on our show?
Mm-hmm. We were watching it.
Was it a board game?
Yeah. They were guessing something, maybe, or how not. Is it called Taboo?
Yeah. Yeah, it was words you couldn't say.
Yeah, that's what it was for Christmases.
Robbie says, D is defo cheater on Monopoly. I bet she go directly to jail. Don't pass go and collect $100. No, dude, that's not how it works. Ella says, I got Travis and D to play Cards Against Humanity before. That was fun. Yeah, you were freaking like 20 months pregnant.
Yeah, you were all swollen ankle. I remember that.
Sophie says, I'm into games that I could play by myself. I'm not good with team sports. Robbie says, Honda 100 had slap quality move. Okay, I'm guessing that's a person in something. Walter says in 2023, being healthy and new hobbies. That's a good resolution, Walter. Sophie says, some soccer player died today. Pele or something.
The greatest to ever do it.
People says, I follow a couple of YouTube channels just for board games. Check out Deception Murder in Hong Kong.
Oh.
Is that like Clue?
I'll do a board game, Gab.
Yeah?
I'm all for it.
Robbie says, BAPS is what females have. Is it now? Pico says, it's a more advanced version of Clue, Ayla. Ayla's like, I'll check it out. Walter says, Ref, watch Shayna outside. And Sophie says, do you think we will find out who Ronda will wrestle at the Rumble tonight?
Oh. I think we're looking at it. It'll probably just be a rematch of what's happening now.
Oh, no, she broke her arm and fell out.
This is a championship match, so I don't see Rod winning this.
Yeah, she's not going to win. There's no way she's going to win.
But if it wasn't a championship match, I would say yes.
Yeah. Ayla says, I'm in the same spot as Dilly Thor. Our partners won't play games with us.
What the Yes, that's exactly
So I introduced him to 500 Rummy, and we played it like once, and then he was like, Walter's like, yes, rip Pete, Pele, soccer player, Hall of Famer. Sophie says, every time I'm involved.
Do they have a soccer Hall of Fame? And is it like a world thing? Is there a building? Because he's from South America, so are the South Americans included, or is it just in Europe? Or is there a European one? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I have no idea if they do or not. Ravi should know the answer to your question, though, because he's
European.
He's a huge soccer nerd.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He talks about it all the time. It's disgusting. Sophie says, every time I'm involved with a team game, my team always ends up losing. Maybe it's because you don't want to be a team player. Robbie says, D, you and Travis remind me of them. Two of them shows Roseanne and Married with Children.
Oh, that's funny. I had to think what that show was.
Sophie says, I think I played Clue once. I don't think I never won. Ernest Bell is in the chat. Hey, Ernest, how's it going, my man? Robbie says, Pele invented the skills and tricks in football, or as we know it, soccer. And also says, D, you would look good in Rackrod's outfit. Ew.
Oh, Rackrod.
God, no, I wouldn't. Harley says, what about playing some poker or blackjack?
See, I used to play that with my friends back in the college days. But
yeah. For pennies?
Yeah, we would. We'd play for a bunch of pennies.
Walter says Pele was in a movie with Sylvester Stallone, prisoner soccer game.
AJ Styles, by the way, is injured. He got injured at the house show. He sprained his ankle pretty bad, I guess.
Oh my God, he sprained his
ankle. But he does do a Pele kick.
Oh my God.
That is one of his
walk moves. It off, you little bitch. It's a fucking sprain. Walk it off.
Yeah,
you know that's what you're supposed to do with sprains. Walk it off.
A sprain you want to get on immediately.
Exactly. Fuck you and your stupid. I sprained my ankle. I can't walk. Yes, you fucking can. Get the fuck up and walk around.
Yeah, Ronda realize that those shorts are not flattering on her.
Oh, please, somebody tell her multiple times. Oh, wait, she probably hasn't listened to any of those people telling her how horrible her outfits are. I fucking hate her outfits. I don't like her anyway, so, you know.
She looks good in jeans.
Does she, though?
Yeah, I saw her in this commercial where she beat up a cardboard cutout.
Oh, that commercial where she has fire hands. I'm pretty sure that they probably just CGI'd her into everything.
In her jeans.
And then fixed her with everything and... You know. Oh, let's see. Sophie says, I think the Soccer Hall of Fame is like the WWE Hall of Fame.
She could totally pull it off. Come out like Brock.
You
know, a farmer. She lives on a ranch.
I don't give a crap.
Come out.
I don't want to see any of it.
They're trying to still push the MMA thing.
Yeah, it's dumb.
And it's time for her to come out in a cowgirl hat. And
it's time for her to give up on the MMA stuff because she'll never be that ever again. Sophie says, never heard of Pele before today.
Really?
Picola says, Travis definitely reminds me of Peg Bundy. Wink, wink.
Peg. I like
definitely.
Peg.
Robbie says, oh, do you love to mock me? It's just too easy. Sophie says, do you reminds me of Darcy. Oh, that's nice. Robbie says, God. What was your footy question?
Hall of Fame. Building. Do they have one? And is it inclusive to the whole world?
There it is.
Like, is Pele in the Hall of Fame in Europe? I don't know how else to describe. Or is there a building somewhere, like, neutral, like in South Africa or something?
Qatar. Just kidding.
They call that, it's a C. It's like Qatar.
Qatar. That's how I said it. Qatar.
It's just like, Qatar.
I wasn't sure if that was how you say it,
well,
but I just said it that way because I'm like,
I heard it on the news
Qatar?
because they were talking about how disrespectful a lot of the fans were in soccer, coming to some other person's country and not caring about the
them.
rules.
Nobody cares. That's how it goes everywhere.
Yeah, but you shouldn't disrespect people.
No, you shouldn't. But they shouldn't sit there and be like, and it's like, what the fuck would you expect from soccer people? I mean, come on. Soccer fans? Mm-hmm. Walter's like, oh no, Daphne rant. Yeah, because of Monopoly, Walter. Rob is like, Dee, don't be harsh. She needs ice on her ankle. That was AJ Styles, and no, he doesn't. He's a whiny little bitch. So he's like, I feel like Charlotte is coming back to TV soon.
Get her.
As opposed to going back to Hollywood. It was like, you guys don't know anything. If you sprain your ankle, you're supposed to cut your entire leg off from the hip down. Get educated.
First aid.
That's usually what you do. Actually, what you're supposed to do, Ayla, is you're supposed to cut off your arm. Because then that takes away from what's happening with your ankle. Duh. Everybody knows that.
So Ronda was going to put her in an armbar here, and then she just got too involved with the crowd and didn't actually do it.
Oh, she messed up and forgot what she was doing.
She's just playing with her like a cat and a mouse.
No. It's just not.
Oh, it's a giant mouse.
People's like, I know, like right? Amputate it with a rusty
You remember
saw.
the kangaroo mouse?
The kangaroo mouse.
You never watched cartoons when you were a kid?
Oh my god, I did. Now I'm trying to think of the kangaroo mouse.
So there's a mouse.
Okay.
And then the little cat runs after the mouse. And then he runs away because there's a kangaroo. And then the big cat goes, what's wrong with you? And then
yeah,
he goes
the baby kangaroo. Mm-hmm.
The kangaroo mouse. Rack Rod. Ronda's just fucking
I think
with
it's
her.
funnier the one where they make the baby elephant a mouse in Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, that was an old one.
Ayla's like, exactly. And Rob was like, D looks good in jeans, brings out her quality figure. Right. Well, it's like, AJ will be out injured ankle. He didn't injure his ankle, Walter. Ugh. What a loser.
This is vagina.
Yeah, basically. What a loser. Me ankle, I sprained it. So it's like, it would be interesting how we are going to get Rhea versus Ronda for Mania. Yeah, it's totally going to be so interesting. I can't wait.
That would be a weird one. However, they can possibly pull that off unless they're breaking up that group with Dom. Whatever it's called, Retribution or whatever.
Judgment Day?
Fuck, I can't. I'm going to get that the day they break up. And then I'm going to be like, motherfucker.
Pico says, yes, the Gills calls it Cutter? GLS?
Cutter.
GLS? Cutter?
Cutter, that's it. It's Cutter.
Cutter?
Yes.
It's not Qatar?
It's Cutter.
It's Cutter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Well, that's stupid. It was like, rub dirt on your stump. Sophie says, the WWE created a new shirt based on what happened with Dominik last weekend.
That's my football coach's last name.
I think they are creating too many shirts for stupid things that are happening.
No. They should have a shirt for everything.
Robbie says the balloon door that the best players who are nominated can win.
The balloon door?
I don't think Robbie knows what he's talking about. I feel like you're confused.
Do you smell toast?
People like thumb your eyeball and cut off your left ear. That should ease the ankle sprain. Walter's like, geez, good match. So he says him as Steen getting injured before the Rumble. Hopefully the injury isn't that bad that it won't keep him out of action for long. It's a sprained ankle! Sprained ankle. Sprained.
Yeah, unless he tore a ligament or something that we don't know
about. Unless he motherfucking broke that son of a bitch off. There is like, it's a sprain. He should be good in a couple weeks. Borsiano Studios is in the chat. Says, Borsiano. What are your thoughts on Dragon Lee signing with WWE?
It's interesting. I have no problem with it.
Who is it?
I don't think you'd remember him unless I showed you a picture, but he showed up. He was with Roosh on AEW. He was the little guy with the mask on. Remember Roosh?
Kind of, yeah.
Altore.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's him. He signed with WWE.
Oh. Huh, weird.
It's surprising, to say the least, but it could definitely work out. It does make you wonder if they're going to bring in like another 205 thing, because I think Triple H was on board for that, and it was Vince that didn't like the 205 stuff. Mm-hmm. But if they're going to do it, they have to do it on the main roster. Like maybe even an hour of Raw where you could dedicate it to the cruiserweights or something.
Right. Instead of having their 205
And if they did it like they did in the old days, they went up to 218 pounds. You could put more people in there. You could put like Daniel Bryan's in there. AJ Styles is in there. So it's a little bit more reputable.
Oh.
Not that Daniel's in WWE, but that size of humans.
Right.
Chad Gable could probably be in there.
Pukul says, I watched a segment about that on Wrestle Talk. Nathan Levi in the chat. Hey Wrestling
Nathan.
Gab. How are you guys?
Doing great.
How's your day going? I think Bloodline will win. Hi, Nathan. We're doing great. How are you doing? And you think the Bloodline will win tonight?
Yes, the Roman and Sammy.
Yeah, I'm
honorary
thinking so. Unless Sammy does something to make it happen badly. Pico says G is, G.I. Joe. Oh, I'm sorry. G.I.'s. Thank you, Pico.
Ronda Rousey's
I's and L's look the same.
Basically dominating this match. She's like playing with her. I kept saying that.
Right.
Every time Rackrod gets any sort of momentum, Ronda turns it around.
Oh, well, she does have a broken arm, so. Pico says, if Dragon Lee becomes the next big luchador, then his family may return to the main roster when he debuts. That's funny.
His son.
Walter says, Raquel, you have a change, but Ronda will come back to win. Sophie says, did you see the Christmas video where Dominik is visiting his grandparents' house and he got arrested by the police?
Was that his grandparents? I didn't know whose house it was, but yeah, I watched him get arrested.
So,
he's like, I can't go to jail.
Sophie says, AEW also wanted Dragon Lee. Pico says, according to Russell Talk, the AAA mixed tag titles were stripped from Sammy and Tay Mello.
Oh, dang.
Well, I
Makes
wonder
sense.
why.
Every time Rackrod does anything, Ronda's on top of her.
That's funny. Well, it just says the college bowl games is almost over. Yeah, they are.
Season's almost done. I haven't watched shit. I've not watched one bowl game, and I usually watch polls.
Why didn't we watch any?
I don't even know when they're on.
Oh my God! Why don't we know?
I don't even know how you find that
Picola,
stuff out
tell us all the
anymore.
information
I
about
don't
all
watch
the bowl
TV,
games.
so I don't. Then I forget that it was on. Like last night, I turned on the football game last night with 3 seconds left. I was like, "Oh fuck, there's a football game," and I turn it there, and it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They just ran play, and it ran out. And I'm like, "Okay, never mind. I'll go back to try to find something else to watch." I just don't like that they put these games on weird nights. Like, who watches football on a Thursday? I think they've only been doing it for like 20 years now. I still haven't caught on. Ronda just hit her face.
Oh, now her face hole. Somebody's like, AEW also wanted Dragon Lee. I read that. Walter says, college bowl game. Oh, sorry. Sophie says, Dragon Lee is supposed to be the first standout signee of the WWE, meaning we could see a lot of the free agents signing with the WWE. Piccolo says, and FTR lost their belts. It was a proper cutoff of AEW and possibly a joint contract with the E. Oh, so you're saying that AAA, and that's the Mexican one, right?
So look at this. Look at this. So Ronda's arm's under the rope, so she pulls it out so she can pin her, and then grabs the rope anyways. But then Shayna Baszler moves her foot. Like
so she can get in
trouble. It was just bad placement because obviously the referee couldn't count anyways, but he was.
Right.
But Ronda was under the ropes. That's what you call boxing.
He's going to send her. Is he going to send her out? No, he's going to keep her?
She hasn't done anything wrong.
She was just making sure her shoe was tied. It was fine.
So Rackrod's going up top with her, huh? This is an interesting move. No way. She's got her in an armbar on the second rope.
That's pretty crazy, Piccola, that they got rid of. Well, it's weird that they stripped them. Why they didn't just make them have a match and make them lose. It's Sammy and Ty. And then the FTR lost their AAA belts. It's about damn time. I mean, in all reality, why on earth would you want your belts on some other fucking program? It makes no sense.
The question is, why is the referee not counting to 5? She's in the ropes. She already tapped. Rackrod tapped out. 16 minutes, 42 seconds. So Ronda beat her clean, but it took her a little too long. But that's okay. It was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it.
Martha of Chicago says, see you in 2023. Bye, Martha.
Bye. See you next year.
Robbie says, Mr. Detracted. And Sophie says, it seems like during every holiday they're advancing the Rey versus Dominic feud and storyline that started with Thanksgiving. Harley says, does anyone play WWE Supercard? I do not.
I don't know what that is. Is that a phone app?
I don't know what it is, so. Pico says, the key thing, Sophie, is the international door and how WWE is willing to play with others. That's why TK may be threatened since the doofus son is willing to play and bargain. Tyson Levi in the chat says, hey, Harley, Tyson. I do. Hi, Tyson. Robbie says, football players in England.
Charlotte Flair!
Is she back?
Charlotte Flair just showed up!
Have the annual awards called the PFA Awards. Oh, that sounds fantastic. So they don't really have a Hall of Fame. Walter, you can't leave now! Charlotte Flair showing up!
Charlotte Flair!
It's fucking Charlotte Flair. Everybody's ecstatic. As Vindicator is disgusted and puking her face off.
The Queen is back.
JD King WWE is in the chat. Says hello. Hello.
Little bit new music.
Walter's like, oh, Charlotte Flair. Woo! Yeah, okay. It's Charlotte.
Charlotte.
It's Charlotte.
Looking like a true smoke show.
So it says it has been, 8 months since we have seen her?
Yeah, she got married.
She married and did stuff.
She's been hitched.
She's not wearing any capes and stuff.
No, and she had a little bit different music. So this is how you get Charlotte over.
By
putting her up against somebody that everybody hates.
Yeah, I guess so. Because everybody usually hates her, so.
Still looking like Cher. Ronda, you're about to get eaten up, I bet.
That's a lot sooner. Robert Warney in the chat, though. Hey, Robert. Says, hey, y'all. Pico says, what's up, Robert? Robert says, how's it going? It's snowing here. So he says, and even former WWE talent I hear wants to come back to the WWE because Triple H is in charge.
Guys, that's tonight. They're fighting tonight for that title.
Damn.
They're going to put the title on Charlotte that quick. That's weird. I don't think they'll do that. Something's going to happen.
Yeah, they're not going to have a match. Pico says, wow, this match is way too long. Yeah, it was kind of long.
It was over 16
Robert
minutes.
says, what up, Picola? And Harley says,
so Charlotte's ass is
Wolverines
hanging out.
Playing tomorrow. Yes, it is.
That is an assless pants.
She's wearing assless pants. It's really spicy.
Big boot by Charlotte. 1, 2. Ronda kicks out. So it's like a cash-in. I mean, obviously you do want the title on Charlotte, but why would you do it this way? Like, build up to it a little bit. There's the bell. Big boot. Ronda's arms are under the rope. Ref.
She kicked out. It's fine.
There it is. Ronda's going to tap her out. Nope. I don't know this outfit.
It's very awkward.
It's very strange.
I'm not a big fan.
Me too. I'm glad that I'm not the only one that's weirded out.
I don't know what it is about it. But
so that's it,
like
by the way. Charlotte is the new champion. It's over.
Wow. That's kind of weird and strange, but okay.
Why? How? She beat her with a powerbomb?
Now, my question is she going to lose it? Because she's the queen of getting and losing the titles immediately.
Dude.
I don't know. That's just fucking weird. Happy New Year. She's the winner.
So they're doing it, guys. I can tell you what's going to happen next. I'm guessing, but I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna throw out in the rumor mill. There is your next leader of that fucking toxic attraction. Because she's gonna have like a gang with her, and they're gonna bring up toxic attraction.
Oh,
I'm just
you think
guessing.
Charlotte's. I can't see them doing. I can't see her wanting that to be the thing. That's weird. That's just weird.
What kind of show is this? Did they do that to Roman after his match with John Cena tonight too?
Harley says the University of Michigan Wolverines is playing tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Who are they playing though? That's the I don't.
Who are they up against and what's the bowl? Sophie says Ronda beat Raquel clean, so no rematch. Maybe they are going to give Ronda someone else at the Rumble. Well, I'm reading back ones, by the way. Yeah, Walter says, okay, Ronda won, great match. Piccolo says, my Air Force buddy is a big Blue fan. I think they have a great chance. Vindicator says, yeah, that was lame. Ronda even missed with those elbows. Drowsy is such a horrendous champ, more like chump. Piccolo says, but Georgia Bulldogs look pretty awesome, though. Sophie says, I played with WWE Supercard. I had fun for a minute, then I got bored. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Monday for a Happy New Year. And I told him he couldn't leave because Charlotte came back. Zoe says, she is back, the queen. Vindicator's like, ew, Spawn and barfing faces. Piccolo's like, see you, Walter. Happy New Year. JD King says, hello. Hello, JD King.
Hey, JD. You know how...
Walter says, oh, Charlotte Flair, woo. Sophie says, this has been, 8 months since she was seen her. Piccolo says, funny, I don't feel any goosebumps. So JD says, oh, yeah, once again, Charlotte going after the title picture. Not only did she go after it, but they gave it to her.
Oh, yeah, she's champion. Now there's credibility on the championship on SmackDown side. That's weird. I did not see this coming. They're going to have to still do something with Ronda unless she's leaving.
Maybe. Yeah. Sophie says it took her a long time to come back to WWTV, and it looks like she is a face. No. Robbie says, "Yo,
she's
D,
facier. The crowd loves her.
Very
and she
excited. D, don't
their top
hide
hill.
It. I know how low-key the shit housing and wrestling." And Pico says, "Well, an impromptu lace 'em up playa." Sophie says, "Do they have enough time to do this match before the main event?" They did, and they did it.
Oh, that
Robbie
match
says,
lasted
"Why am
seconds.
I getting if I can turn back time share vibes?" Sophie says, "Did you see the Ric Flair documentary?" No, I didn't watch it.
Probably should
Pico
watch
says,
that.
"Haha, Travis yelling at the ref is me yelling at refs for a Celtics game." Sophie says, "Here comes Charlotte versus Ronda 4 or 5 at the Rumble." Robbie says, "Vin feeling dizzy that Charlotte SquarePants is back." JD King says, "No wonder why Vince McMahon is back. His favorite wins."
Well, Triple H, trust me, Triple H loves those girls. Those original girls, the 4 horsewomen.
Vindicator says, "So Ronda got the Bianca treatment. LOL, still disgusting though." Robbie says, "D loving it, square as champ." Sophie says to Charlotte, "Did it Becky to Charlotte here?" And Sophie says, "I meant to Ronda." Yes. Robbie says, "Ronda in the mud, Ronda in the mud." Yeah, that's it. Vindicator says, "I'm happy that Ronda title run was more wasted and meaningless than Liv getting screwed over by Drowsy." Sophie says, "What this? It shook up the women's division."
Yeah, it adds credibility. Nobody liked Ronda. I feel like Ronda needs a new character. She's fine. She does fine.
Yeah.
She just, that MMA thing doesn't work.
No.
If you want to watch MMA, guess what? It's on every Saturday.
Yeah.
Every Saturday. Not this Saturday, but, or last Saturday. But trust me, it's on like 50 weeks a year.
At least. Harley says the Fiesta Bowl game's on tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Ooh.
And then the Peach Bowl is on tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Those are pretty good bowls. When
Fiesta
is the Rose Bowl? Or the granddaddy of them all, as they call it.
Right. Robbie says Travis Stevie Wonder could see it Square was going to be champ. Okay, dude, but
once they made it a match, yes, it was another cash in. Like
why on earth would she even? Why would she even say she would want to have that match? Harley says Michigan Wolverine playing Texas Christian University Fiesta Bowl game, and then Georgia Bulldogs versus Ohio State in the Peach Bowl at 8 p.m.
That's a big one.
Nice. Pico says TCU versus Michigan, Georgia versus Ohio State. Sophie says the Bloodline has been hyping up Sammy the whole night. This is uncharacteristic of them.
Do you guys know what a Buckeye is? Google it.
Vindicator says nobody likes Spawn either. I'm sure, Vin. Films in the chat. Hey, Film says, "Hey, Al, have I missed something? I usually am probably sure I did, but hello, Misty and Trav. You missed Charlotte Flair coming back. She just came back, won the title off of Ronda, kicked her ass, and now she's your champion."
I'm sure you saw that on the thumbnail when you came in.
Robbie says, "Credibility, not sure it adds that." Sophie says, "I wonder if this was always the plan to bring Charlotte back to WWE TV." Pico's like, "Yep, I do hung around some Ohioans." And Vindicator's like, "Buckeye is a nut."
Yeah, it is. Trina. So I am definitely wrong, because I thought they were going to do Becky Ronda at Mania, which I guess they still could.
They could, without a title.
But then how are they putting, maybe move Ronda over to Raw and she beats Esther? Or Becky beats Esther. Either way, it would have to be for a championship. And then why would you put Ronda over as champion at Mania instead of having her champion and then her losing? But now Becky Ronda makes a lot more sense. They can even main event. Well, it's not main event, but they could end day one.
That's true. They could.
But now they're definitely going to do Charlotte at the end of day one. But against who?
I don't know.
Rackrod?
Maybe they'll push some of that still. Who else is on?
They have
SmackDown?
Nobody on SmackDown that can play with Charlotte. Raw has a few.
Right.
Bayley, Becky, Bayley, Becky, and Esther.
Right.
But on SmackDown, they got nothing except for Ronda. And they just gave Charlotte a title, so there's two possibilities here. One is that Charlotte's just going to dominate the division for a long time and be champion for over a year. Mm-hmm. Or the other one is her contract's running out soon, and they've already been doing the legendary stuff. They want her to break her dad's title run, so she loses it soon, gets it back, there's number 16, and then walks away.
Maybe.
And then she just leaves. Her contract's up or something.
If she's done wrestling, maybe she wants to have babies with Andrade. We haven't seen him for a long time.
Little violent arguing motherfuckers.
Sammy Guevara probably started it.
I'm just talking about Charlotte, but yeah.
Oh.
Just both of them.
Sophie says this past Wednesday would have marked Stan Lee 100 years old. Film says, I am not a big fan of Charlotte's new wrestling attire, in my honest opinion.
It was weird having her butt hang out.
I didn't like how the butt part was made. Sophie says, but now Rhea versus Ronda at Mania doesn't make sense.
Exactly. That's why I think there's still something to happen.
Film says, for me, I'm doing all right, just feeling kind of annoyed for no reason. Usually I'm happy, but I guess I'm not today. I don't know. So hopefully today will be a better day.
Yeah.
Just make it a better day. Sophie says Charlotte versus Shayna.
You're in control of how you feel.
Exactly. Robbie says Ronda is laughable as an UFC fighter, LOL. And Sophie says your thoughts on SmackDown moving to NBC as rumored.
Yeah, that would be cool. NBC is in the network, or NBC is in one of their sister networks. So like
USA. Network. Robbie says, so there is no one else to be champ on SmackDown.
I just can't think of anybody right offhand that's on that level. Rack Rod is the closest thing, right?
I think so.
Because they're all the younger girls on SmackDown. Now they can break up Shonda and Shayna if they want to, and then make that match. But that's stupid.
Or leave them as a tag team or something.
Oh, look, they're showing that Dominic stuff right now, so.
Golf Flash Shea was in the chat, but says, see you next year, 2023. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for hanging out with us. Harley says, the Rose Bowl game is on January 1st, Travis.
Okay. Sunday.
Robbie says, Andrade on AEW ain't he? JD King says, January 4th, Wrestle Kingdom 17, Sasha Banks returns New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That would be a kind of a fun show to do, except for it's overnight. Like, it literally starts, like, around 1 o'clock our time.
Oh. Sophie says the network. This is a TV year for both WWE and AEW.
Well,
Ayla says, I'm back. I know you guys were worried. I was wondering where the hell you went. Carson says, I'm surprised she won the title. I'm surprised that they brought her back for her to just win the title like that.
I mean,
it's weird.
She looks good with the title, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't
blame them for putting the title on her. I just thought it was weird in the essence of it that they made her have another title win in 2022, like she didn't have one or something.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
This is abuse.
Like I said, unless they're trying to get rid of her, and so they want to get titles on her. Maybe she has something in her contract. She has to have 16 championships.
We're the ones that got abused. What
yeah.
are they trying to say? We're the ones that got abused?
Yeah, the mom slapped her. Rey Mysterio mom.
I won't make it in jail.
See, call Finn and Priest. I can't go to jail.
You're ruining Christmas, Mommy.
My mom hit my mommy.
My mom smacked my mammy.
Dude, this guy has lost 89 pounds since he signed. Look at him. Look how skinny he's got. He's lost 89 pounds since we've seen him sign just a few months ago.
Who is he?
The Hit Row guy. That's top dollar.
Oh, has he?
I think that's
Since
him.
he signed?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Remember he was the big fat guy in the ring?
I mean, yeah, he was big, I guess. But
look at him. He's lost 89 pounds. He put it on his Twitter today.
Oh.
Oh, now they're making fun of his jump.
What the fuck? I don't understand what's going on.
Well, they're all teasing him.
This is dumb as fuck. Oh. This whole segment's stupid.
It is.
Thumb says, "Why yes."
Get him, Top Dollar.
True. Thanks for telling me that.
Get rid of the riffraff.
Yes.
There he goes.
We care about you, fam. We don't want you to be unhappy. Sophie says, we never see a Rhea and Dominic kiss. Ew, God, no. Ugh.
Rhea and Dominic. Ew.
Robbie's like, did you go shop, Ayla? Ayla's like, tried to eat a cheeseburger, but gave up how my jaw keeps locking. Did you try putting it in small bites and then putting the bites in your mouth instead of trying to bite the hamburger?
So we have Gunther wrestling. Did we know that?
I don't remember this. Sophie says they did the same thing when Becky returned. JD King says Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, a WrestleMania type match. Film says, I love Charlotte. I definitely want her to have a good run before she retires. Robbie says, do you guys like Rhea gimmick? No, I think this gimmick they have of her is really stupid.
Yeah. I'm going to say this and don't hold it against me. The only reason this Retribution, what's the group? Dominik's group?
The Judgment Day?
The Judgment Day. The only reason it even works is because of Dominik. That's fucking weird to say. I don't like Dominik, never been a fan of him, whatever. But it is only working. When they had him not in their group, it was dumb. They got him in their group and it took off. So it's Dominik.
Because it became more dumb?
I don't know. But anyways, so it's once Dom goes, his dad's contract, I think, will run out here pretty soon. And then they can just ride off into the sunset together and we can move on without this. But I'm pretty sure this whole thing started because they wanted Dom to wrestle his son. Or, Rey to wrestle his son.
Oh, okay.
That's why he skipped the minors. He didn't do any work before. He came right up, and it coincides with his contract. They both expire at the same time. It just makes sense that the only reason... But the problem is this payoff has taken, 4 fucking years.
Right.
They just kept... I think they put it off through the pandemic. And then all of a sudden, remember the eye thing with Rey and Seth and all that?
That was weird and stupid. It took forever. Ugh. Anyways.
So, Retribution... What's it called?
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day is okay. I don't have a problem with them. But if Finn and Damian want to do something, they're going to have to do something because they're the ones getting left behind in the storyline. Rhea's definitely stealing the show with Dom. That's my opinion.
Right.
Pretty good.
Was pretty good.
So who's Gunther going to wrestle?
I don't know who he's wrestling. I have no idea what's happening. It says TMJ, it gets bad when I'm cold. Heidi says, you're ruining Christmas. The whole Dominic and Rhea stuff.
You're ruining Christmas.
Sophie says, I thought with the New Day as NXT Tag Champions, they wouldn't be allowed to appear on SmackDown anymore.
Well, they moved him down so they could get matches, I guess, because they weren't doing anything on the main roster.
Guys.
And so they're just keeping him up here for backstage segments. I don't know.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Film says belongs. Charlotte shows her beautiful armpits on TV without them being covered up with long sleeves or any design. She's wearing long as the pits are exposed. I am happy if that matters. Film says rip to the great legendary Stanley for being 100 years old. Robbie says D doesn't know or care who Top Dollar is. Sophie says Dominik and Rhea aren't that far apart in age. Ayla says, yeah, I did. I ate. Haha. It just took longer than I'd like. Maybe that's good. It's good that it took you longer to eat it. Not because your jaw hurting, but, you know.
Who has a hurt jaw?
Ayla. Just Team J. Film says, thank you, Missy and Travis. Big hugs, big heart to you guys. And Robbie says, LOL, lockjaw. It was like, TMJ is no joke, Robbie. It's not funny. How would you feel about people making fun of your shortcomings? But
so, braces usually fix that. Brett had it.
Yeah.
And he had braces to pull his jaw into place.
Yeah.
But I think Ayla had braces.
Didn't she have braces when she was younger?
I think she did.
But it's different when you're an adult. Like getting braces to fix different things. Sophie says, do you think they will break up Judgment Day after Mania or sometime before that?
Probably around that time. I would say after. Because Dominik has to have that fight with his dad. Mm. And then I don't know what they're planning on doing with Finn and Damian. And there's nothing with Rey with a group that's going to fill in with Finn and Damian.
Right.
They're not even on the same freaking team. One's on SmackDown, one's on Raw.
Sophie says that, and Philip says no way. Rhea and Dominik should not kiss, in my honest opinion.
Oh, no.
JD King says they need to fire Adam Pearce. He is annoying.
The postman? Yeah.
Postman.
I like him, but doing what he does. He was a wrestler. A lot of people know that, and a lot of people don't. But he was in the NWA. He was their world champion in NWA.
Oh. Film says, I'll stand with you, Travis. I agree with you. Not a big fan of Dominik either. Harley says, if you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, do you prefer grape jelly or strawberry jelly on it? Well, I would say strawberry because I think grape is the most disgusting invention ever.
Basically anything but grape.
Yeah. I'll take goddamn marmalade over it.
I don't know what that is.
It's orange marmalade. It like has pieces of like orange in it. It's pretty good.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm. It was like short. Most people don't like marmalade though. It was like short to get it. Yeah, her shortcomings. Sophie's like, William Regal confirmed today that he is officially done with AEW.
The Pitch Black match, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match is going to be LA Knight versus Bray Wyatt. So they've come back out with that Pitch Black. It came out like about 15 years ago or so, and then it went away, and then it came back. So it looks like they're doing a Mountain Dew match. So it's sponsored.
Oh, that's weird. And dumb. It sounds dumb.
Pitch Black match.
JD King says, sad to hear about Don West passed away. He was a good commentator in TNA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did a little tribute to him earlier. Well, they didn't tribute, but
Ayla says, I had braces for 7 years. It didn't help, obviously. Like 5 years. Right, but it's different. Like, when, I mean, because, you know, you're an adult, so it'd be different. Bobby says, D, did you think
grown.
SmackDown would get this bad? How bad is bad?
I like this SmackDown.
Pickle says, I don't ever understand speculating breaking up groups. Like, why?
Yeah. I don't like the idea of breaking up groups. When I was a kid, groups stayed together for a long time. Although time might have been different in my perception, but...
Sophie says, this Uncle Howdy storyline took an interesting turn. Film says, hello, Piccolo. Piccolo says, if fake grape is awful, you'll film Happy New Year. Sophie says, wow, they are holding off Bray Wyatt wrestling for 4 months. Robbie says, orange marmalade, you did know you were a fan.
Yeah, we're gonna see him.
Why
January
is it funny?
28th.
That's weird.
Bray Wyatt.
Yay, Bray. Sophie says, a pitch black match. Hopefully we find out the rules of it at some point.
Yeah, they'll tell us.
Vindicator says, Travis, who would you like to see the ring general wrestle with at Mania?
Like a Drew McIntyre would be awesome. Solo Sikoa would be awesome. Somebody that he could get really physical with. Who else is physical? Braun Strowman. They've hinted at that one for a while. I think that's more Royal Rumble time. It's happening right now, actually.
Right. Sophie says the WWE does like to break up groups. Film says, thank you, Pico. I appreciate that. Ella says, my teeth moved because I lost my retainer and never replaced it, but I had them from 4th grade until I was 16. Yeah. Might want to go think about getting some more braces to fix your TMJ issue. Pico says, all this talk about food, I have to wait a half an hour. What? Why do you have to wait a half an hour? Oh, because you're not done yet. I know, talking about food, I'm hungry, and I haven't eaten since like noon today, and so I'm kind of starving. Vindicator says, still wonder why they try to make Gunther seem like he is from Russia when he is from Austria. Well, they're saying he's from Germany.
Just kidding.
Sophie says, there are rumors that we could be getting Brock versus Gunther at Mania.
Yeah, see, and I wouldn't like that. I think that's silly, but it could definitely happen. I just don't like it.
Blythe Evans in the chat. Hey, Blythe says, see you next year in 2023. Everyone remember, you stay classy, California. Sophie says, a pitch black match. Why? Robbie says, Ayla with buck teeth. And Pico says, there is the Orange Bowl going on. Is the Orange Bowl going on right now?
I think that's tomorrow.
Oh, you have to wait a half an hour because the Orange Bowl is happening now.
Yeah, I can't do picture-in-picture.
Yeah, can't do picture-in-picture on this. Garbage. It says, I didn't have buck teeth. I had a crooked jaw. You couldn't really tell my teeth were actually pretty straight. They just wanted to fix my jaw. Pickle's like, right meow, right meow. It's on right meow.
Right meow. Who's playing in the Orange Bowl?
Right meow, right meow.
Is it Alabama? Is that Crimson
says,
Tide?
we still don't know what this Wyatt 6 is. I don't know, but I think it's dumb.
Oh, shit. Gunther just threw him through a wall. I wonder if this is Braun's idea to do the whole running thing.
I don't know, but if it is, it's
I feel like
stupid.
Paul should cut that. Like, dude, no more running.
Right? Like, dude, we know
You're
your
in
knees
knee
aren't
braces,
good.
for fuck's sakes. It looks
right?
dumb.
And you look awkward when you do it, and it's just fucking stupid.
Ooh. I want to. Oh, I was like, how did that one fall? I didn't see it. It just fell. It just tipped over.
JD King says Braun Strowman lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, getting ripped.
Picola says, oh, interesting. Yeah, I thought you'd be watching. Yeah, we can't, Picola. We have to watch SmackDown. If we want to watch SmackDown in Central Eastern time zones, we have to watch it on the Fox Sports app.
Yeah,
and that means we can't do picture-in-picture.
Or we watch it live. We can't watch it on our television. Because we're in the mountain zone, so we watch it. It starts an hour later.
Yep. Fazy Trees is in the chat. Hey, Fazy says, or Phase. Sorry, Phase. Voles and Clemson are in the,
okay.
Or that's the Sugar Bowl tomorrow, Picola says. Sophie says, and why did Uncle Howdy attack Bray out of nowhere?
Is that weird?
You would know more than we do, Sophie. Faye says, Voles kicking their ass. Sophie says, SmackDown is one of Fox's top-rated programs.
Did he just hit Gunther in the head with a steel chair?
I don't know.
I'm going to have to watch it. It sure looks like it. Ricochet comes down with a steel chair and swings it. I think he hits him in the back of the head. So when he gets out, I can't tell. Yeah. He whacked him.
I don't think that was supposed to fucking happen.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I hope he fucking gets in trouble.
Yeah, you're not supposed to hit him in the head with a steel chair, and the referees are all standing around him.
And not only that, but he hit him in this part with the top of the chair, where it's the hardest part of the fucking chair.
Yeah, they've got medical on staff.
I hope Ricochet gets in fucking trouble for that shit. That's bullshit right there. I mean, I understand you're doing your part and playing, what you're supposed to be doing for your storyline and shit, but if that guy isn't out of the ring yet and you're fucking throwing chairs and hitting them in the back of the head with it, fuck you. That's bullshit. That's unsafe. Right there. Very unsafe. Robbie says, Ayla, did you have an underbite? Yeah, she probably didn't. Sophie says this 2-hour show went by fast. Pico says, I'm flipping channels. What happened to who?
Ricochet just hit Gunther in the head with a steel chair hard.
Yeah.
Right in the back of the head on accident, but still.
Gunther came down with his cronies, and then Braun came down. They weren't really having a match or anything.
No.
But they started fighting each other, and then Gunther had Braun in a arm breaking lock thing or whatever. He's going to break his arm. And Ricochet came down to save the day with a chair.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
And then Gunther was getting out of the thing, and he was probably supposed to hit him with the chair, but his hitting of him with the chair literally hit Gunther on the back of the head with the hard part of the chair.
Yeah, they got the medical...
the top part of the chair, not the part where you lean back against, that part where it's very, very, very
They have the medical
stiff.
team on site. Obviously, he hit him and he wasn't supposed to, and Gunther's hurt.
Yeah. And if he's not hurt, I'll be surprised. If that was a fake hit, that was a really good fake hit.
No, it's real.
But it was totally real. There was no way. It just fucking weird. Anyways, Vindicator says this was dumb. Braun have fought out of worse submission moves than that. Bad moment there. Still not as bad as Ricochet or Spawn returning.
You got to put your best foot forward and choose the best thing they have. Her and Becky.
Ew, that person was stuck in
He was rolling down a hill in a porta potty.
He was in a porta potty? Your worst nightmare, right? You're in a porta potty and somebody knocks it over. It's it's a bad. JD King says the main event is a joke all about making Sammy big, but are they? Sophie says, remember this time last year we were getting ready for day 1. Robbie says, wrestling is risky, I guess, not saying it's right. I mean, I understand there's risks, Robbie.
Right, you just don't want another Nia Jax. And that's kind of what he's turning into.
And I don't know if it's because he got hurt, and so he's all mad about it. I don't know. Sophie says WWE and Fox still ends in 24. Pico says, yeah, Tennessee fans should be proud tonight. They're usually an afterthought. I think for you, Sophie, you have to live in the moment. Just saying.
Yeah, Tennessee's usually pretty good. Do they have any Mannings? Is there any Mannings playing for them right now?
Pico's like, be happy for the main event tonight.
Dun, 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 dun. So, does Roman come out first?
I don't know.
So maybe they can hit John Cena's music?
I guess they could.
It's an interesting little thing going. Obviously, if it was a Mania match or something, the champion would come out last, but it's interesting.
Right.
2 weeks away. Braun Strowman versus Gunther, if he's healthy.
2 weeks away. He might be able to be okay.
Yeah, it depends on how bad the concussion is, if he got one.
Right.
He might just be scared, but it's something.
That too. Sophie says, how come some years the year feels like it goes by fast and some years the year takes forever to end? But why would we hope and wish it
Sheamus and Drew going up against the Usos for the championship also. That's going to be a pretty good show.
Says, but not at the Rumble. Interesting. Pico says maybe like this chat on Wednesdays compared to Mondays than on Fridays.
Next week, Ricochet versus Top Dollar. Top Dollar cutting out carbs.
Who's what?
What?
Who's cutting out carbs?
Top Dollar. Lost 89 pounds.
Pico says time keeps on ticking.
All right, Kevin Owens coming out first. That means John Cena's going to come out next.
It writes itself.
All right, and there won't be any surprises in this one.
No surprises?
Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be like a return at the end or something.
Oh. Like, what do you mean no surprises?
Oh, watch The Rock show up.
Sammy getting his ass beat.
What's the name of that referee? It doesn't matter.
Feels like time keeps on ticking. It sure does. So he says, wow, qualifying match for the Rumble. When was the last time that happened? It kind of happens all the time.
Yeah, and to be honest, they're both going to be in it anyways.
Yeah. They'll give the other guy another chance. Pico's like, wait, we can't see. Oh, that same old song and dance.
Dun, dun, dun,
Harley says, good night, y'all. See y'all Monday. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, Harley. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit tonight. Appreciate it. You have a safe and wonderful weekend. Pico says, Fruity Pebbles, the return. Sophie says, Braun versus Gunther on a random SmackDown instead of the Rumble.
Listen to the difference in the crowd noise. That's fucking nuts. It's almost deafening when he shows up. Kevin Owens came out, it was like a few people like, yeah. That's every person in the crowd screaming.
Right. They're like, it's John Cena.
Is there anybody sitting down? I wonder if Tom Brady's sitting down.
I'm sitting down. Everybody's like, I gotta get my phone out, take pictures.
Better run. Tonight I'm talking to you, Stu.
What?
He's talking to somebody that lets him do the Make-A-Wish stuff.
Oh.
I would assume. Or wrestling. One of the two. Whoever Stu is.
John Cena's losing his hair.
I saw that a little bit.
Poor guy. He's getting all old and stuff.
He's 147 years old. It's finally starting to show.
People's like, I look like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg.
Right. Well, he cuts all this hair, right? He should just get it removed and put up there.
Right?
That Bosley stuff.
Sophie says, if I knew that WWE could be in my hometown of Florida tonight, I would have gone. Only if I had a ride and a friend. It has been a long time since Cena wrestled on free TV. Vindicator says, I can still see you, Travis, and delete that. I don't need to see John in the ring anymore, though. But I will hang around for another 10 minutes. Right. Okay. I'm glad you're going to hang around for another 10 minutes.
All right, here comes Roman. Well, that 10 minutes is going to be Roman's entrance. The bloodline.
Basically. It will be his entrance. That's so weird.
He walks all tough.
Robbie D humming the Cena tune. Let's go. Robbie, that was Travis.
She's all like,
I wasn't doing
That's how she drives.
Yeah, that's it. Pico says, you better, Vin. Don't want to miss this squash match. Is it going to be a squash match? Who's going to get pinned by who? I have a feeling John Cena might pin Sammy.
Right.
I really feel like
Either
that might happen.
Or Kevin pins Sammy.
Something.
Sammy's
getting fucking pinned. Like, somehow Roman's going to be distracted or taken out somehow, and then Sammy's going to get pinned.
Look at Paul Heyman stare at him right here. It's kind of creepy.
He's in love with him.
Watch this right here. Look at Paul Heyman's face.
Is he okay? Maybe he's having a heart attack. It's so weird.
We the ones.
So he says Cena had a lot of great rivals like CM Punk, Triple H, Edge, Randy Orton, Batista, Ziggler, Jericho, Angle, Brock.
Yeah, lots of good wrestlers at that time period.
Vindicator says, so apparently tribal music gives Sami Zayn spasms, I guess. Pickle's like, we're number one. And Sophie says, I feel like Cena and Owens is going to win and the Bloodline will kick out Sami. I'm not sure if they're ready to kick him out, but I have
a little early,
that
but
he
maybe
might lose.
They could kick him out tonight. I mean, and then they have enough people on the other side to even the odds if they do attack him.
Yeah. If they help him.
That's what I mean. They would, because then it would set up the tag team title match at Mania with Sammy and Kevin.
Robbie says, I bet Dee has been caught humming WWE tunes around the house. They're fucking hilarious.
She just talks to herself the whole time.
I don't hum.
She can't hum music because she talks.
Pickle says his greatest rival is Nikki Bella.
She's like myself. Okay.
If I was talking to you, you would know I was talking to you. There are some times when I am talking to him, thought he was paying attention. He was not. And then he asked me that question. I say, apparently myself. Pickle says Cena's greatest rival is Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think she conquered him.
Burn. Yeah. Conquered him enough that he went off and went against his whole thing about marrying someone else and having babies.
Yeah.
He found some bitch from Canada and married her ass and had babies with her.
Did they have babies?
I thought they did. I thought they had a baby, but maybe not. Pickle says, Ravi, I bet you spit out water like Trips once in a while.
Puts his hair all down.
So he says, Kevin and Sammy have ever had any physical blows to each other during this storyline?
Well, they had a wrestling match.
Yeah, they did.
At the Hell in a Cell or whatever it was. The double ring.
Pickle is like, come on, we've all done it. Done what? Spitting out water?
The Triple H water spit.
Of course. Robbie says Cena looks like a stepdad. Film says Picola, who's going to win in your armpit match right there.
He makes Hollywood movies. He has to dress like that. If he did something with his hair that was different, then he wouldn't get the part.
Sophie says, imagine if Cena did sign with AEW. He won't ever sign with another wrestling place.
Too much money to be made in WWE. He probably makes more money in one appearance than they can possibly pay him, period.
Yes.
Like tonight, he's probably making upwards of $1 million, if not more. for this show.
Right.
Like Brock Lesnar used to do. I don't know what Brock's contracts are now, but before they were $500,000 a show. He's like, I'll do whatever you want me to do. It's $500,000 a show. That's an appearance. That means if he showed up and talked, that's $500,000. So to build up to a pay-per-view, you only saw him right before the pay-per-view, and they did it like 2 or 3 matches.
Right.
Matches, but 2 or 3 appearances.
Oh, shit.
With a match. Thought you said he wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
It's a bad situation. Well, that made up my mind what I'm watching next.
It's a bad situation.
Shopping.
Yes. Let's watch it.
I got a bad
I can't think of any new movies to watch. That sounds great.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I got a bad feeling about this. I'm a dude playing a dude who's another dude. Wait, how's that line go?
Dressed as another dude. I don't know.
Oh, dressed as another dude.
I'm a dude playing a dude. Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm a dude playing a dude.
Dressed as another dude.
People says, Bex and Bailey for sure for Films. Question. Film's like, okay, nice pick. And then Film has another question for you. Sophie says, Ryan Johnson said Batista is a better wrestler turned actor ever. I'm guessing he never saw any Cena Rock movies. I'm guessing that Ryan Johnson has something wrong with his brain.
We don't know who that is, but it sounds like he's got some sort of handicap or something.
There's no fucking way. Batista.
Batista's got to be the worst.
Because, the only thing I can think of is because he's trying to say that because Batista played a character in Guardians of the Galaxy who doesn't talk very much and is just a brute. Because that's the only thing he's known for except for the zombie movie that he did that went straight to, like, video, basically.
And then The Onion, and then he's in, like, a gay cabin movie.
He was in The Onion for, like not a very long time in the movie.
Right.
And I was like, yay.
He was in a movie where he was an FBI guy, a CIA guy or
The
whatever.
Spy?
That was pretty good.
The one with the little girl?
Uh-huh.
That one wasn't too bad. But, of course, it had a little kid, so, you know. Let's see. Sophie says, after SmackDown, I might play one of my video games. You should, Sophie. Harley says, no problem. Enjoy being here in your guys' live streams. It's more fun to watch it, and it feels like watch it with a bunch of friends.
Well, good. That's the point.
That is the point of it, actually,
literally
Harley.
why we do this.
That's why we do it. And that's why I'm the way I am. Because I feel like if you guys were here, this is conversations we would have, right? Oh, there's wrestling on. Sorry. Right. Oh, yeah, the moves are...
Hey, what happened in that last match? I don't know. We were talking. That kind of shit. So.
Seems adorable, right?
Yeah, we do appreciate it. Thank you.
Sophie says Ryan Johnson is the director of Knives Out in one of the Star Wars movies. People's like, you guys know Batista from his mainstream stuff.
I know him. I watched him wrestle. I remember.
You know what, Piccolo? I have seen Batista wrestle. He came back and wrestled, and he cried because the crowd didn't like him, and he left a big fat crybaby just like Liv. Like, literally. He was the first crybaby. They don't like me.
He ended up flipping the crowd off.
Like,
and he was supposed to be a baby face.
Mad.
It was at a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he
returned. The crowd popped because he wanted that match with Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And then the crowd just turned on him, and he started flipping them off, and they went off the air.
Yeah. Like, he cried. Like, he was a crybaby, and he never came back. Ever. And you know what? He hasn't even been back for the Hall of Fame stuff because he said, I didn't want to be put in the Hall of Fame at the same time as The Undertaker.
Right.
Crybaby!
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him there either, but still.
he was inducted the year before, but he didn't want to go in front of no crowd.
Because it was the pandemic and there was no crowd. Yeah. So, I feel like I have been biased against Batista for a while.
Oh, shit.
So that's me. So he's like, for some reason, my TV was frozen for a minute. Oh, no. People's like, whatever, Harley. I can't stand these people. I've been here for about 3 years. Yeah, Piccola Barfo. You're so like, eh. Robbie says, Cola, oh yeah, I spit water out, but I realized I don't have long hair to pour
Roman
it on.
just clotheslined Kevin Owens, took him out. He couldn't tag in John.
Go, Roman. Film's like, Pico, who's winning that threat? And Pico's like, oh, sorry, Film. Yes, I agree. Go, Sasha. Sophie says, I wonder if this main event was always the plan like a month or two ago.
Probably.
Yes, always. Film says, that's okay, Pico. I just want to know who would win. Thank you, Sasha. Pink's nice pick. Robbie's like, message retracted. And Pico's like, mid-2000s, Batista was a goat. His turn on Evolution will always be amazing.
I don't remember. I mean, obviously he turned on because he left it, but I just remember when they kicked out Randy. Randy became champion, and Triple H was all jealous.
Oh, God.
And he put Randy Orton on his shoulders, and they were all cheering, and then Triple H looks over at him and goes, and it's like, and then they beat up Randy. That's how Randy left.
So I didn't know him in his, whatever you would say, his prime of being Batista. I just know him from being a crybaby because the crowd didn't like him. And then he went into acting and he's not really that good at it.
Right, but he does his part fine. You know, if he's a military guy or, you know, that type.
Yeah.
The FBI.
I mean, as long as he doesn't talk too much, it's probably fine. When he starts talking, that you're just like, please stop. Like, please don't let him talk. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger sometimes. Like, please don't let him talk.
Right, that's why...
Or Sylvester Stallone when he plays Rocky. Please don't let him talk. Please don't let him talk. Please don't. Let's not.
That was a tough watch. You know, I
can't stand some of those.
I know a lot of people love those two movies.
Adrian!
I could not stand the first two. But I will tell you, 3 and 4 are two of my absolute... Or 3 and 4 are two of my absolute favorite movies of all time.
Right.
Mr. T and Dolph Lundgren.
Right.
Dude, those two are awesome.
Film's got another question for P. Cola there. Sophie says, we know D hates crybabies. Robbie says, D likes Maurice, thinks she's a decent wrestler.
Maurice is a smoke show.
I don't know about a wrestler, but I think Maurice is fine. What's wrong with her? She can speak 2 languages. Have you seen her? I mean, fuck, dude. She's had 2 kids and looks the way she looks.
Right. I think Maurice...
Yeah, fuck off, Robbie.
Maurice might be hotter than Scarlett. Like, that's some rarefied
and nobody's saying Scarlett's a decent wrestler. We're not talking about their wrestling skills. In the ring... Gross. Sophie's like, I hate quitters and crybabies, especially when they were good in their field. People's like, oh, the one Batista movie with a football game going on and he's trying to prevent a bomb to happen. It was pretty awesome.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Probably not one I've seen. We might have to look it up. Do you know the name of it, Pickle? If you know the name, drop it. Sophie says The Rock and Cena are... I'm not opposed to watching his movies, by the way. It's like I'm not opposed to watching most John Cena movies. Except for the ones I have seen, I'm like, I'm not sure I'm a big fan. And
John Cena movie? I love the John Cena.
Yeah.
That Cock Blockers is fucking
That one is hilarious. That's what I said. Like, it's just kind of like one of those, like, I did not like that Firehouse one.
No, because it was goofy. It was a kids movie.
I didn't like it.
But I will tell you that Stepdads or whatever that show is, when he shows up at the end of this part 2,
Daddy's home.
Oh my god! Because Mark Wahlberg was the badass.
He's like, I'm so big and bad.
And then his fucking John Cena gets out of the car or whatever. He's like,
right?
Oh shit!
Like he gets off his motorcycle. He's like, oh no, oh no.
And now he knows how fucking.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, that's the first one at the end.
Oh no, Roman's getting John Cena.
Attacking John Cena.
Oh no.
Kevin Owens has no one to tag. Nobody's home.
Sophie says The Rock and Cena are A-list movie stars, while Batista's like a B-list actor. I don't know if I'd really consider Cena an A-list movie star yet. The Rock definitely, just because of the things he's done and the movies he has went off and done. And he's done a lot of them, by the way.
Andreas.
Robbie says, D, low-key, watch YouTube
Jumanji's.
clips of him. I don't watch any YouTube clips of anybody. Pico says, Mela is money film. She takes it all. Sophie says, Maurice is hot. And Film says, Piccolo, think fantastic pick. Robbie says, D. LLD likes Mia Yim. I'm convinced. Oh, God. What the fuck, Robbie?
I don't know how Mia
Just because she's your love interest doesn't mean that it's everybody's.
That's it. 1, 2. And Roman with the save. You don't see that very often.
Ooh. So he says, what is your fave rock movie? Central Intelligence.
That's a hard one not to say. Central Intelligence.
One of my favorite ones. I can't say it's my absolute favorite, but it's definitely one of my favorite ones I've had.
I like Hercules.
Hercules is good too. It is up there. Like with a good serious movie of his, that one definitely.
But definitely Central Intelligence. I mean, that shit you can't not watch. And they have 2 versions of it. So they have the version where they swear, and then they have the version where they don't swear. And both of them are freaking hilarious.
Right?
You can literally pick your poison if the kid's around or whatever. You can put on the non-swearing one. Mm-hmm. And they're the same movie. They just don't have
People says the movie is called Final Score. It's sort of ripped off the script of a Van Damme 90s movie. Not surprising. It's fine. It's fine. Is it the Van Damme movie where he has a twin?
Double Impact. I love Double Impact.
I like all of Van Damme movies, so I never...
Like they show up at your door and arrest you.
Right?
Because of what you did in the future.
The other one I like is Universal Soldier.
I've never seen that one.
That one is a very good movie. Don't watch any of the ones after it. Universal Soldier, the original one, is really good.
Yeah, that one's a classic. People love that. Like the video game community.
Yeah.
I've seen posters of that one and stuff, but I've never seen it. My stepdad was way into that stuff.
Yeah.
David.
Says Misty and Chavez will win in an armpit tickling match. Dana Brooke or Raquel Gonzalez or Bliss.
Bliss.
Yeah, we'll pick Bliss. Robbie says, D telling me to fuck off, haha. Sophie says Steve Austin even tried to be an actor. Robbie's like stepdad Cena. I can't take the
I like that movie
seriously.
that Stone Cold was in though. The one where they were all on an island and they were prisoners and they had to kill each other. That was actually a pretty good movie. I don't remember the name.
I'm
of it.
pretty sure people has told us the name of that one before, but I could not tell you who it is.
It was a pretty good one. It was all televised on the internet. Not the movie, but...
You can't see me! Oh, he almost got him, but he couldn't see him.
5-knuckle shuffle.
Who's he gonna get? He's gonna tag in Kevin, and he's gonna fuck it up.
Look at, they do a 5-knuckle shuffle.
Picola says for The Rock, I haven't seen Jungle Cruise yet. It's not too bad, Picola. It's actually an okay movie.
Oh, I like that movie.
It was good. About that one. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Sophie
I was thinking of Jumanji when he said that, and I was like, there's 2 of them. And then I was like, oh, no. But yeah, that river one was awesome.
Sophie says my favorite rock movie is The Game Plan. Yeah,
that's so cute. I like that.
It's cute because it has the little kid in it, but it's not one of my favorites of him. Or the Tooth Fairy one.
They did it, by the way.
It's over. Who did they pin?
Sami Zayn.
They pinned Sami Zayn, and who did it? Kevin Owens did it. Kevin Owens' eye is all black. What the fuck is wrong with his eye?
He probably got punched in it.
Did you get punched in the eye? No, it's like all
busted open.
Busted open and like he's got a black eye. He keeps touching his eye.
Oh, it's split open. It's called a shiner.
Oh, Sammy did him dirty. He didn't win like he's supposed to. Piccolo says, but I like him in Fast 5. I don't really watch those movies, Piccolo, so I couldn't say I like his character in them. So I'm not a big fan of those movies, really. Vindicator says, all right, everyone, be safe with those firecrackers and BB guns and have a happy New Year. See you guys in 2023. Bye then. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate it. Have a happy New Year. Be safe this weekend. If you do anything fun, do it with safety.
Here the whole time.
Sophie says, I haven't seen every Cena movie. Robbie says, D, love interest, LD, letting her secrets out. Honey, that's your love interest. We all know that you have a fucking probably poster of Mia Yim on your wall right now. Just jacking it off to her.
Ew. Oh my god.
People's like JCVD. Jean-Claude Van Damme says he was my childhood. Ha ha ha. Right? Perfect. Let's see. Film's like, okay, nice pick, Missy and Travis. Robbie says, do you lighting the fireworks? Can you be trusted? I'll probably be the one filming everything. And yes, you can trust me to light fireworks. Sophie says, I have seen Jungle Cruise. It is a skippable movie.
Really?
I don't know if I really find it skippable. I thought it was pretty good, actually. Not too bad. Robbie says, I can see you, D. 5-knuckle shuffle. What a move. Chris says, damn, Cena is balding. Yes, Chris.
He's getting old. We all
are. Pickle says, Sammy took the pin. He sure did. Jaco Robertson in the chat message retracted. But hi, Jaco. Sophie says, D hates kids since she doesn't like kid movies.
You hate kids?
Because I don't like kid movies. I just hate kids.
We get to pick who throws the stones. That gentleman. This guy? No. The one in front of him. That's a kid. What? You don't like kids? This guy hates kids. I love your reply.
Jesus, Sophie.
That kid's got an arm. It's a
right? Chris says, K Travis the DC next year. All right, Chris, you have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Film says Sammy got a huge win. Wow, good for him. I don't know. Sammy didn't win, honey. He got pinned. He didn't win. He got pinned by Kevin Owens, by the way. Robbie says D needs to shave his hair. Not a good look, a fire truck look. Jaco says, morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Robbie's best retracting and says, I mean, Cena in film says Mysterio Travis will win an armpit dinner match, Bailey or Kelly. Okay. Robbie says, oh, yeah, shooting my load. I am sure you are, you disgusting prick. Jaco's like, the Rock Royal Rumble match 2023. Piccolo's like, good night, everyone, and take care. Be safe. You as well, Piccolo. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody out there. Happy New Year. We will definitely see you on Monday for Raw, for the first Raw of 2023.
Because it's too sweet. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.